Postseason baseball on the show is in full swing. It's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the Washington Nationals and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
And when you start the series on the road, obviously, you'd love to win 2 games. But coming out of there with no worse than a split is what you're really kind of hoping to accomplish. So now, they come home, they've taken back home field advantage, and they can feed on this crowd, hopefully, to give them a big leg up in this series.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2017 Los Angeles Dodgers.
Quickly now, we'll look at the 2 guys who get the ball here in Game 3. And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, Matt, I really appreciate the way that Bryce Harper plays the game. He works hard at his craft, and he really knows what works for him at the plate.
Hyunjin Ryu gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he got into the 6th inning in his last start, but he wasn't really as crisp as he would have liked. Ended up taking the loss. Hopefully he'll be a little better in this one.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Dodgers. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Ian Desmond heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Crawford giving chase. He's there and records the first out.
One of the keys to the game for this guy is going to be getting outs early in the count. It doesn't necessarily have to be one pitch like it was there, but he needs to keep those 20-pitch innings to a minimum. That's a good start to the game for him there.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And here's the left fielder, Jason Worth. Called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. A little chilly but not unbearable tonight. 55 degrees here at first pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Ryu steps into his windup. Here's the 0-2. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And he missed with it up and in to even things at 2-2. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Patty Johnson back there. Good umpire. I know some pitchers have felt the squeeze at times on the corners, but I still think he does a good job of rewarding guys for making good pitches.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. High and deep to straightaway right. Back goes Puig. Still going back. Gone! A solo home run for Jason Worth. His first homer here in the series. As the Nationals strike first, it's 1-0.
And this is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
Here's Bryce Harper now.
Right fielder, number 34, Bryce Harper.
As he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Oh, it's so important to be able to strike first in a postseason game. Get that first run in, especially when you're the team playing on the road. Hopefully you can take a little life out of this big crowd.
Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
Boy, he was so far behind that first pitch that he over-adjusted and was so far ahead of this one.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The 0-2 home. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now.
Well, he got caught chasing those first two pitches out of the strike zone, but I think he's kind of caught on to their game now. Those are two good takes to get it back to 2-2.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. What's the call here?
I still don't think I throw him a strike. There's a good chance that he's going to be chasing something, expand the zone, so you make him show you that he can hold back.
A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Chopped weakly to the left. Ellis gonna have to hurry. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away.
And I just think this is one of those swings where you just get committed a little bit too early. By the time he realized this thing was going to break out of the strike zone, it was just a little too late to hold back.
Stepping in, Wilson Ramos. He'll get to take his first cuts here. That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. 2 out, nobody on. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. And now I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
High and deep to right. Puig ranging back at the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
Boy, now that's a home run and a double against him here in the first inning. It looks like he's had a hard time just settling in, and they're jumping all over him.
Ryan Zimmerman will dig in now, and he's picked the wrong time of year for his bat to go silent.
Yeah, just 1 hit in the series so far for him, and they're going to have to get more out of his bat. But he's got to make sure he doesn't press up there, or that average is going to continue to go south.
First delivery to him on the way. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, he's really had to work hard here in this first inning. And you got to wonder, how much is that going to take out of him?
In for a strike, it's 1-1.
Oh, now there's a location you want right there. If that ball gets hit, you're just going to bang it into the ground all night long.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful not to give up yet another home run here in this inning. So you can see they're approaching with caution here.
To 2-2 now. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Crawford on the move. But he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double.
Yeah, and even though this bounces over the wall, I don't think it would have made any difference one way or the other. I kind of doubt he would have been thinking about going for 3, and the runner was going to score anyway without a problem.
In now is Anthony Rendon. And here's a ball hit in the air. Ellis has a play, and that's the 3rd out. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Nationals on top, 2-0. Time now to check out how the hometown Dodgers line up in this one. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, I think the guy to watch is Matt Kemp. He's got some wheels on him, and that's a big part of why he's successful at the major league level. The routine grounders become tough plays. Singles get turned into doubles, and what would have been a 1-2-3 inning suddenly becomes a rally.
Jordan Zimmerman will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
Yeah, Matty, real effective outing for him in his last start. Got the win and did not give up any runs. He'll try and do that again here.
With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, one place you don't want to hit it is to the third baseman. Absolute vacuum down there. He's got great range. Some of the plays I've seen him make, absolutely ridiculous.
And the left-handed hitting Carl Crawford will stand in to start the home half of inning number 1.
Carl Crawford.
runs up and gets this one down. Zimmerman over to his left, and the throw in time to get Crawford as he can't bunt his way aboard here.
Oh, man, what a terrific play right there. That ball was rolling, and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a barehanded grab, then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner. You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
So here's Matt Kemp now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
This is a guy who generally stays around the strike zone. He's not going to walk a whole lot of guys, so you're going to get some pitches to hit.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the American League Championship Series, as they've got a good matchup going on over there as well. Chris Davis gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. You got to figure that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit, 1-2.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it, 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Still 2-2. Pulled the string on him. Strike 3 swinging. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Nothing doing here this half. On to the second now at Dodger Stadium. It's the Nationals 2 and the Dodgers nothing. Adam LaRoche makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Chopped in front of home plate. Ellis scoops it up. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting 8th, center fielder, number 2, Denard Span.
Into the box now, Denard Span, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ryu's ready. First pitch on the way. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul.
Nope, that's
1 out, nobody on. That's right there at the belt, 1-2 now.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Fooled him there, and a little pop-up to the right side. And 2 quick outs here in the second.
He got caught in a situation where he had to protect with 2 strikes. He's probably fortunate he even got wood on this one, but it didn't matter much as this turns into an easy little soft liner.
Standing in now, Jordan Zimmerman. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Well, much better here in the second inning. To me, he looked a little bit tentative early on. It's starting to look like he's finding the rhythm now.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And now with the 0-2 count, he's got probably 5 different pitches he can throw here. So as a hitter, what are you going to do?
2 out, nobody on. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Nationals gone in order. They're up 2-0. Yasiel Puig will get his shot now. Great power numbers during the regular season. Still searching for that first home run in the postseason, however.
These guys really need him to start producing because it seems like pitchers have the upper hand in the postseason. You're always facing the other team's best, and they've pretty well neutralized him all October long.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2 times here they've gone away, both pretty easy takes. And as a hitter, now I'm thinking it might be time they try to bust something inside.
Left a change out there for him, but he missed it. 2-1.
And that had all the looks of a guy who was going to take a giant hack. 2-0, no matter where that pitch was. EK, I know you never did that.
No, not me. Maybe once or twice.
2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a cold strike 2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. On deck, there's Hanley Ramirez. Now a swing and a ball lofted down the right field line and fairly deep. Harper is back and he reaches up to put it away for a long out, number 1.
And right here you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. And I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does close quickly out there and he makes the play near the line.
Hanley Ramirez will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
The fastball looks awfully sharp here early on. Sound sharp, too.
Bases are empty, one man out. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Well, tough to start a game much better than this. He's run through these first 5 guys pretty easily. This is already his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Looks like he's in it for the long haul here.
A.J. Ellis gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the 2nd. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Yeah, you wonder if we're going to be seeing that high strike. That one looked to be above the letters, but not so in the eyes of the home plate umpire.
A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Back with more from Game 3 after this. Ian Desmond is into the box as we are all set to begin the 3rd.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Swung on and hit in the air down the left field line. Crawford waits on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
This is a guy that doesn't really have great velocity, so when he elevates the fastball, it can lead to big problems. He gets away with it this time, though.
Striding into the box, Jason Worth. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, that was a fastball that he hit then, so we'll see if they go after him with hard stuff again.
And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. This is line to left. Crawford will give it a look, but this drops in for a base hit.
There's a guy that's locked in at the plate. Even down 0-2, there's no panic in his approach. When you have that positive mindset at the plate, good things are going to happen.
Ready now, Bryce Harper. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. Ryu comes set. Here he comes 0-1.
Nope.
And he misses with it 1-1.
Well, that's not a real favorable call for him right here. It's one thing when you're facing a lightweight hitter up there, but facing a guy like this, the difference between 1-1 and 0-2 is huge.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. And this is taken in by Crawford now for out number 2.
Now, if you're a pitcher, you have to love pitching at this place. And you've got a cool night here, making the air a little heavy. And this ball just has 0 carry to it.
Digging in now, Wilson Ramos. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. A runner on first with 2 away. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. A dive, but he's back. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. That evens it up 1-1. Now there goes Worth. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Nothing doing for Washington, but they're on top 2-0. Juan Uribe will come forward to begin the inning. 7, 8, 9 to start the home third.
They're still searching for a base runner. It's been 6 up, 6 down to start the game.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. You like what you've seen from this guy so far?
I do. I like where he's putting the fastball, and I like the movement he's been getting on both his curveball and changeup. I think he'll do well.
There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. And that's going to be high. 2-2 now. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Let's analyze this swing on Swing Track. This pitch is away, but you'll see him swing inside the ball and try to pull it. You got to take that the other way.
Stepping in now, Evan Gaucho. Now a ball popped up behind the plate for Ramos. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Well, that'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. Now, he's got to be thinking he let one get away there because, that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
Hyunjin Ryu will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Here comes the first pitch. In there at the knees, strike 1. Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. One strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Strike three called, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They're still down. It's 2-0. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian. Here is it's Wilson Ramos that gets set to lead off the Nationals half of the inning. Ryu looks in. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And he takes strike three called on the fastball. One gone.
And here's that sequence once again right here on Show Track. Now, normally this is a guy that you might want to nibble with, but he was all business here in this at-bat. Each one of these pitches finds the strike zone, and they're able to set him down quickly to lead off the inning.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. As he swings and hits a line drive out to left. Crawford will give it a look, but this drops in for a base hit.
Oh, and this ball center cut right here. Got it right on the barrel. He just drills it into left field for a one-out single.
Anthony Rendon in now. Hopped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
He's set. Here it comes. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball one. Runner at first here, one man out. High in the air and deep to left center field. Back goes Kemp, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double. And he is in there.
Nearly gets his first home run of the postseason, and I'll tell you, he didn't miss this thing by much. Here you see it. He just gets this one airborne, and this thing just doesn't quite have enough to get out of here. But it does have plenty to get him into second base, and now he's got himself a double.
Here's the first baseman, Adam LaRoche, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Runners are at second and third with one down. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one.
Well, that's a huge difference between being 0-2 and 1-1 as a hitter, especially against a guy like this on the mound. So that's a good job to hold up on that pitch.
One and one. Here it comes. Slider is in there, and now it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Third double of the game for these guys, as you see the comparison there. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And you can see the top 2 pitch velocities here, 96 on one hand versus a still respectable 92 on the other. 2 men on, 2 out, and standing fourth is the left-handed hitting Denard Span. First offering on its way. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike one.
And even though you got a 2-run lead, you don't want to be leaving too many guys in scoring position out there. That could come back to bite you later.
set. Here's the 0-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
And he doesn't want to give in here, even on a 1-2 count now. Not with the base open and the pitcher on deck.
Yeah, if you can get him to chase here, great. But I agree, Steve. I don't think you come after him and risk a 2-run single.
Ground ball right side. Throw on to first is going to get him, and the Nationals blow an opportunity here, and that ends the inning. Nats leave a pair, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Carl Crawford will stand in to begin their half of the fourth, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
And still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Oh and 1 count, and the pitch. Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. One and two.
And now he's made most of the hitters inside conscious. And, of course, that opens up the outside corner when he has to go there.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
High in the air out towards shallow right. Harper is camped under this one. 1 down.
The center fielder, number 27, Matt Kemp.
1 gone now in the Dodger fourth, and that'll bring in the powerful center fielder, Matt Kemp. Into the windup and the pitch. And he'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
That's wide, 2-0.
And after the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1.
And you can see him shaking his head out there. I think he felt that one was a little bit low. And you know what? He may have had a case.
Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
And that may be the pitch that he'll remember from this at-bat. When he's hot, he doesn't miss that.
Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now. 3-2.
Not only do you not want to lose this guy, you got more trouble right there in the on-deck circle.
And Kemp is able to lay off as he'll reach base on ball 4.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. He gave him a pretty good battle up there, and he never gave in to him. A walk you can work around. A home run, you can't.
Chris Davis will step forward now following the walk as he'll hit with a definite speed threat at first and 1 away.
You can bet he's going to see some fastballs in this at-bat. I'd be looking dead red.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
Yeah, the best way to neutralize this guy's power, just keep putting pitches right there.
One and one.
That's a good pitch call right there on that fastball away. That works almost like a pitch out, just in case he's thinking about it over there at first.
Runners on first with one down. And no complaint about that one. That's a strike, and it's 1-2. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
And that misses 2-2.
Yeah, an interesting setup now on 2-2. Here's where you really need to pay attention to that guy at first.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Runner at first here, one man out. Runner goes for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Not in time as he steals second.
Boy, I think he's pretty lucky to get in there safely on this play. It's a decent jump, but I think a good throw might nail him down there. Instead, you see it's wide of the mark, off to the shortstop side of the base, and he's able to beat that tag to get in safely.
Grounded to the right. And the throw to LaRoche is in time, two gone.
These days in this game, we talk so much about situational hitting. Hit behind the runners, move guys up. But with one out, you got to try to drive that guy in. That was a really unproductive out, even though the guy moves to third.
Yasiel Puig is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat.
Well, at least he was able to get it into the outfield, and that's more than most of his teammates can say so far.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball one.
And this is maybe not a pitch around situation, but you need to be real careful with a guy like this and two away.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And, looked like ball two below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to LaRoche takes care of him, and with that, the side is retired. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. We'll have more of Game 3 after this message. Jordan Zimmerman will step in now to lead off the inning as his guys look to maybe break the rut they've been stuck in.
Yeah, and after that first inning, it's been all zeros since. And once he kind of got settled into that groove, he's been a difficult nut to crack.
Into the seats, 0-1. Ryu gets the sign, 0-1 on its way. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch is a fastball swung on and missed 2-2. Line drive to left. But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Yeah, he's able to set down his opposite number there, and I'll tell you, these two guys have pretty much matched each other pitch for pitch so far.
Ian Desmond will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Hit out towards second. Gaucho takes it in. On to Davis at first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting.
Well, you can see this is a changeup right here. He's got him out on his front foot, and you see him just sort of chop at this one right into the ground. That's going to be an easy play out there at second base.
Here's Jason Worth. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. And there's ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
I'll say this. He wasn't going to get his arms extended on that one.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Bryce Harper would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. They're up 2-0. Hanley Ramirez will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
First pitch on its way. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. Harper has it in his tracks. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone.
Oh, you can definitely feel and tell that it's October out there. There's a little bit of moisture in the air. Here, this ball sounded pretty good off the bat, and you wonder if it would have been a different story if it was mid-July out there.
A.J. Ellis is into the box for his 2nd at-bat. He popped out into foul territory his first time up.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. Now a pitch runs in on him here, and all he can do is flare one foul off to the right side. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one will get this one. And oh, look out. Up and in and nearly took his head off.
And you know what? That's not a big breaking ball coming up high and tight. That's going to get your attention a little.
Line toward right center. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
These guys, they've been out hit by 5, but it's still only a 2-0 game. So despite the lack of offense, they're still very much in this ball game.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Juan Uribe. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. In there, and it's even at 1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Runners on first with 1 down. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Now in the box, Evan Gaucho, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
And you know, he's been the beneficiary of most of the calls here tonight, but I think that's one that he thought he should have had.
2 out with the man at first. Two and 0. Here it comes, 2-0. And he gets the slider over here. It's 2-1 now. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
This is a good fastball spot for him now, and keep in mind, he's got a big hole on that right side of the infield.
Set. Here's the 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
A runner on first with 2 away. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
And you know he wanted that one. Now the inning will continue, and a guy moves up into scoring position here.
Andre Ethier will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 16, Andre Ethier.
Grounded foul toward the third base dugout. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, runners at first and second. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1.
Boy, what a nice job so far of working himself into a hitter's count. Now he can go to work on maybe picking up that 2-out RBI out of the 9-hole.
And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Fastball here.
I think it has to be. You're licking your chops if you're the hitter. 3-1. You can't walk the bases loaded. Bail and wail.
Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And this is down at the knees, but called a strike. Wow, it's 3-2 now.
That's a borderline strike right there. And I think that he had 1 step out of the batter's box headed towards first already.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Dodgers strand a couple. They trail it here 2-0. Justin Beausarge will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Justin Beausarge.
Bryce Harper will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. That's 1-0. And he misses again, 2-0.
And this is all about handling a guy like this with kid gloves. You know, walk him if you have to, but don't let him be the one to beat you.
And this is going to be just foul down the line as that had double written all over it. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. Ramirez comes up with it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Up next for the Nationals, catcher Wilson Ramos.
Settling in now, Wilson Ramos. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
Here's the first pitch to him. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Not close. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
The 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now. Due next, there's Ryan Zimmerman. 1 out, nobody on. Taking all the way, and that's what you call a plausible strike there. It's 3-1 now. Here it comes. Inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
And once they fell behind in the count, I think this is a case where they just say, look, you're going to have to fish for something because we are not going to just lay one right in there for you. Probably not a bad decision against a power guy like this.
Into the box now, Ryan Zimmerman. He singled his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit to first. Ramirez. Back to the pitcher, covering. It's a double play, and the inning is over. The dangerous Carl Crawford will get things started when we return. It's the Nationals 2 and the Dodgers nothing. Carl Crawford will come in now to start things out here in their half of the sixth as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just one hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Zimmerman's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way, but this will be pulled in out there in left center. Well hit, but a rough out number 1.
And here's a look at his pitches by inning so far. That last one was number 84, so they're getting near the point where they'll need to start keeping tabs on him.
Matt Kemp will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose.
And that's in there for strike 1.
And if he's had any postseason jitters, he hasn't shown them to me.
No, he's been outstanding so far.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's quickly 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Too high. 1-2.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Chopped foul right at home plate. One out, nobody on. And there's one that misses to Kemp as he works it back to 2-2. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Boy, his guy's got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Chris Davis will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
2 out, nobody on. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. They trail things here 2-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium. On to the 7th now in Game 3, but before it gets underway, we take a look at our game summary through the first 6. J.P. Howell is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
56, J.P. Howell.
Anthony Rendon will stand in here to start the 7th in a game that's been sailing along to this point.
Yeah, good thing we don't get paid by the hour, man. This game has flown by.
Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Hit hard on the ground towards second. To his right, Gaucho. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The first baseman, Adam LaRoche.
Adam LaRoche will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Lefty versus lefty, and the first pitch misses for ball 1. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he lays off the pitch down and away. Ball 2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And a curveball drops in on 2-1. 2-2 now.
So tough to hang in there on that pitch, but you got to do it. You can't give up that inside corner, or this guy will eat you alive.
Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Well, these guys know the deal from the offensive standpoint. They've got to add on to give their bullpen just a little more breathing room. And this is a good start as he jumps all over this one and drives it for 2 bases.
Here's the center fielder, Denard Span, as he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to short. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Fortunately here, no advance from that runner at second base, so he stays still. But the problems are going to deepen here as he puts runners on first and second now on what will be scored an infield single.
The pitcher, Jordan Zimmerman, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
From the stretch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Nail-biting time now in that third base dugout.
Well, things are starting to spiral here, and you've got to make sure this doesn't spin completely out of control.
Here comes the 1-0. And the pitcher will indeed try and move his runners as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
And with 1 out already, I think they were concerned of the possibility of a double play. So they're going to let the pitcher go ahead and put one down right here. Now at least you give your leadoff guy a chance to drive in a couple runs with 2 outs.
Ian Desmond will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Sometimes guys can get keyed up in big spots like this, and that's where that curveball can be a real effective pitch.
Second and third, 2 away. This is skied out toward right. Puig is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Nats leave a pair as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Yasiel Puig. as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
Zimmerman gets the sign. 0-1 pitch on its way. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Looking for his 10th strikeout. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
We keep talking about it. Be careful of signs of tiring, but that's 3 straight strikeouts for him. He's getting even more unhittable as this one goes along.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Now the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Up high, 2-1 now.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Hit hard to short. And the throw to LaRoche is in time, 2 gone.
Yeah, and it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard, and even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
A.J. Ellis will stride in. Popped out and singled in his 2 trips.
Yeah, and he made just a little adjustment last time coming off of that pop-up the first time around, and he got himself a base knock. That's what the good ones do.
And this is low, ball 1.
Well, we've talked about all the strikeouts. The only side effect is right there, though. He's run up a pretty high pitch count now.
That command may be starting to drift a bit. It's 2-0 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Too high, and it's 3-0.
I think at this point, a 2-out walk isn't the worst thing in the world. You'd like to avoid it if you can, but this can be a dangerous spot if you just groove one.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
And there you get a look at his pitch count. You can see he's over the 100 pitch mark right now. So some of those mistakes are going to start to get magnified late in this ball game. You can bet they're keeping close tabs on him in that dugout.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and standing in now, Juan Uribe. First pitch of the at-bat. Squared that one up just a little late. Two out with the man at first. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And he is safe at second, and the wild pitch here could prove costly with 2 away.
Well, here's another look at this on Show Track. And actually, this pitch might not even show up on the graphic. That's how far away from the plate it was. And this will let that base runner take a nice little stroll up to second base.
One and two now as that one's fouled off. And another foul ball. Now this pitch sails up and in, and that leaves him muttering to himself. It's ball 2. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip this one onto first as he works his way out of the jam, and the inning is over. 1 left for L.A. They're down 2-0. There's Dodger manager Don Mattingly making his way out to confer with the home plate umpire, and it would appear we're going to see a double switch here. Brian Matheny will be summoned from the bullpen now, as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Batting in the 6th spot, number 31, Brian Matheny. Now catching and batting in the 9th spot,
Jason Worry will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on.
left fielder, Jason Worth.
.92 splits the plate, and it's strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Man, I don't know what he's waiting for. That one was even more down the middle than the last one was.
Just a touch outside. 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out. Time to bring you up to date on the numbers for our 2 starters. It's our starter comparison, and the hometown 9 have had trouble generating much by way of hits, as you can see by the left side of your screen. Bryce Harper will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And you know, the problem with his slider, and it almost sounds stupid to say it, but sometimes it can literally move too much. I mean, it's a great pitch, don't get me wrong. But here, look at how far this thing runs in. That's a pitch that can be hard to control at times. And
first things first, here's a throw over. And a dive, but he's back. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he swings and hits this one fouled off to the right and out of play. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Hot shot down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line. Long throw to third.
They're applying a little pressure here for one of the first times tonight. That puts runners at the corners now with one away, so this becomes an opportunity they need to take advantage of.
Ryan Zimmerman ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far.
Yeah, and you can bet he'd love to get himself that third hit. Those are the kind of games that puts a little extra pep in your step.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
That's not a bad idea right there. Take a pitch. Make sure you get a good look at him and what he's throwing.
Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
And now, with runners at the corners and 2 strikes, this is a spot where you've got to make something positive come out of this on the mound.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout, and he's 1 out away from working out of a jam.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah. That thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
In now is Anthony Rendon. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball.
And this is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from you, so you got to suck it up.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. And that's too high, ball 2.
Boy, he better get it back together here with 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Outside, 3-0 now. Well, as if things weren't bad enough, he's in danger now of loading the bases for that man.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever a sound strategy in anybody's book.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
Yeah, he needed that one to avoid loading the bases, but it's still a long road back from here.
Here's the 3-1. Line to the right side. And this continues right on through him as he couldn't knock it down. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 3-0 game.
Oh, and I think if you ask that man right there, he's going to say that that's a ball that he should have caught. You can see the reaction after this thing gets by him, and he knows he just cost his team a run.
Here's the first baseman, Adam LaRoche, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Two men are on with 2 men out. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2.
And now here, 1-2, this is where you need your best pitch. You've got to strand that runner out there at second base and keep the deficit just at 3.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Ready on 1-2. And he got him. Minimizing the damage at just a run. The inning is over. Only one in the inning for the Nationals. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Washington leads this one 3-0. Evan Gaucho will stand in to start out their half of the 8th with that starter still out there. And he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And he's set down, one away.
Oh, yeah, that one's going to sting a little bit. This pitch is coming hard in on him, and you can see he's way late getting that barrel through. So as it turns out, he's going to get more distance on the barrel of that bat than he does on the baseball.
Into the box, Eric Babcock. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one.
Oh, another good pitch there. I'm not sure he's thrown a bad slider tonight. Every one of them has had a ton of movement.
Grounded weakly toward third. On to first, and there were two down. A couple of good pitching performances by both clubs here. 3-0 our score as you get a look there at the inning-by-inning recap through the first 7 and change. Carl Crawford will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Two out, nobody on. Now a swing and a fly ball. Worth sprinting after it, and this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pulled toward right center field. Span giving chase. He can't get there as it falls in. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
This is quickly becoming a situation where you'd like your guy to hit the complete game, but once you get into that 115, 120 range, you have to be concerned.
Matt Kemp will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his first hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
Zimmerman comes set. First pitch on its way. And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Well, this guy has done a pretty good job of being effectively wild. He's only thrown first pitch strikes to about 60% of the batters he's faced, but look at where he's sitting right now. Excellent.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
2 out here and a runner at second. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
High and deep to left center field. Back goes Span. Gone! So it's a two-run shot for Matt Kemp. His first homer so far in the series. And the Dodgers are back within a run at 3-2 now.
Well, this guy had settled in and was just cruising along until this point, working carefree on that 3-0 lead. But one slip here, and it's going to cost him. Now, all of a sudden, that lead shrinks down to just a single run.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Matt Belisle will come on here looking to get the final out in the home half of inning number 8.
Batting in the 7th spot, number 38, Matt Belisle. Now playing first base and batting in the 9th spot, number 1, Sean Rodriguez.
Here's Chris Davis now.
First baseman, Chris Davis.
As he lines this one out to center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Check this out on Show Track. It's not a bad first pitch. It's down. It's on the outside part of the plate. Hey, if you can get guys to swing at that, you're going to have a lot of success. Just didn't work out here.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there.
Charlie Blackmon.
Quick check on that tying run at first, and he'll get back in safely. In now is Yasiel Puig as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0.
Now you've got the tying run over at first, 2 away. He's going to be looking to try and find a gap right here and bring that guy all the way around to score.
Up top, it's 2-0. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
Two 2-0 count and the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. A runner on first with 2 away. Grounded up the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Maybe lucky to make contact there as this curveball's hit fouled off to the left-hand side. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. But the Dodgers do strike for 2 coming on this 2-run home run. On to the 9th inning now from Dodger Stadium. It's the Nationals 3 and the Dodgers 2. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Archie Dyson will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th.
26, Archie Dyson. Now playing first base and batting in the 6th spot. Number
Kicking off the top of the 9th, Denard Span, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Hit down the line at first. Backhanded. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
First baseman number 1, Sean Rodriguez.
Sean Rodriguez steps into the box. Out in front of it, strike 1. 0-1 pitch on its way. Bounce to first. Gonzalez is up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, shortstop, Ian Desmond.
Digging in once again, Ian Desmond. He flew out in his last at-bat. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Now it's 2-0. And here's a pitch in the dirt, and he's in danger of losing him here. 3-0 now. Grounded back. And this is off the second base bag. And they're going to get an out on the play, and that'll be a bizarre ending to the inning, to say the least. Nationals gone in order, but they still lead it 3-2.
Your attention, please. Now
So a save
pitching for the
situation now as they turn it over to their closer, Jim Johnson.
Jim Johnson.
Striding in to start the 9th, Hanley Ramirez. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, this has been a great game so far, and they're only down by 1. So getting this leadoff guy on would be huge for them.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And Ramirez able to hold off on that one, but he still trails in the count. It's 1-2. Drilled down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. One and 2, here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Well, this is what you want out of your closer. Comes in firing darts, and it's a very quick out number 1.
Adrian Gonzalez will get his first cuts here. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
On the ground to third. Fielded cleanly by Zimmerman. Throw right there, and that takes care of Gonzalez. 2 gone now.
Everything's going according to plan here in the bottom of the ninth. Just an out away from wrapping this one up.
Juan Uribe stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Slow roller left side. Zimmerman is there. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Nationals are going to take home field advantage right back. They win Game 3 to go up 2-1 as this one is over.
Oh, that's nice work there by Johnson as he comes in to get the final 3 outs to pick up the save.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, guys, as you know, if you're going to pick a time to have a big ball game, you may as well make it happen in the playoffs. And this man right here obviously did. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. Washington is victorious in this one, 3-2. Good night from Los Angeles.
The final line score for the ball game tonight for the victorious Washington Nationals. 3 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Dodgers, 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. The winning pitcher is Jordan Zimmerman. The save to Jim Johnson. The loss goes to Hyun-Jin Ryu. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 46 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, a sellout 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending tonight's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium, we remind you to please drive home safely.